Will that hide it?
It's a giant patch on your face. You have to move the camera to the other side of your face.
Yeah, I can't.
Can't hide things like that. Hello, Twitch world, YouTube world.
What up?
It's us,
Yo, yo.
the CAG boys.
Oh, that sounds like a terrible boy band.
It's fine.
I could be in a boy band. I'd be the old guy.
You guys
So
can
you're
fight
gonna
for
say
that one.
I'm the older guy.
So when I googled TGS online, it comes up with a bunch of dispensary things. Is that right?
But Google knows you. Well, I know what he's looking for. We just gotta
you're
find
like,
it.
You sure you don't mean this? Your cookies. Uh-oh. Oh, okay.
Oh my gosh.
Thought we lost a bear.
What?
He's just got the loudest keyboard in the history
No, I'm
of
sorry.
keyboards.
It's not even mechanical, is it?
This isn't. No.
You just like
It's
to beat
not,
the crap
sorry.
out of it when you type.
And my gain is all the way down. Right, I've tweeted.
Oh yeah, I should share that garbage, huh?
And we're live. Hello,
What up?
everybody.
Is
Chocolate, make an announcement in our announcement so I can just copy and paste it.
Coward. Do
I
it.
know. All right.
yeah, you do it actually.
You
Because you do it because you'll probably
I don't
spell
even
it
have
right.
Twitch pulled up yet.
Yeah, but you'll probably spell it right, so you
True.
do it.
It's true.
Gonna be grammatically correct. Ah, check me out using big words. Grammatically.
Grammatically, that's your big word for the day.
I know. That's how many letters is in that bear? Maybe 10?
Yeah. Well, normally poop is my biggest word.
Poop?
Yep.
Perfect.
He's a real adult, folks. He's a real adult.
I did like your post earlier in Discord. Oh, Bear had a good weekend. Not chocolate, this one.
Oh,
Amazing.
When he was waterboarding his dog?
Yeah, the doglet seemed to love it.
yo, if he didn't like it, I wouldn't do it.
Uh-huh.
That dog loves it. I used to do it with the jet function,
Yeah.
but
Well, take an eye out.
yeah,
Moose does the same thing. Like, I try to water the garden and he'll jump in
and he
front
just
of
goes,
it. Yeah.
tries to eat it.
And then goes and rubs his face all over the grass for the next 5 minutes.
Yep.
Alright, so... Copy.
Oh, my face is so shiny all the time. Bear, how do you deal with your oily Italian skin? Why am I so oily?
Well, I suppose just because my mum's Italian and my dad's Irish, it kind of balances out.
Huh. I mean, my dad's Italian, my mom's a redhead, so some type of Irish.
Oh, wow.
So
That fiery. Ugh.
What is this, episode 110?
Yeah.
110. 1010. That's probably what I'm going to say on accident.
Well, now you've
Welcome
mentioned
to
it.
episode 1010.
I am stupid.
110.
How do you make
stupid.
the thing go down on...
At least
Yeah,
Chocolate and I
that's
have the
just
same
words.
face.
Yeah. How do you... How do you make the cursor go down to the next line on your PC on Discord?
Shift
Without like
shift return?
shift and then enter?
or shift enter. Yeah.
Gotcha. That makes
I just
sense.
keep pressing the space bar.
All the
You
way
probably
through.
actually do, don't you?
Jesus,
That's
man.
awful.
And then I try and make sure the word's quite big so it'll drop down to the next line. But
Shift enter.
okay,
Jesus.
shift and enter. Both at the same time or just shift? Like,
Hold
Oh
shift
my
and then
God.
hit
Do you
enter.
not know how the shift button works?
guys,
Shift is an activator, dude.
Hey, shift space
Hey.
chocolate.
Moose, you're my activator.
Oh god.
Oh, it doesn't work in Twitch chat though, and I'm logged in under us again. How does? Whatever. I just won't type. Just said "Hey, chocolate" to yourself. So
And
That's
I-
right. He talks to himself on Twitter all the time.
that was like somebody. I'm assuming it was chocolate. Copied and pasted my thing I wrote in the announcement page. I was like, "Hey, I wrote that.
Yeah.
I did not
It's
tweet
funny.
that."
Yeah, There's my words on the internet, but I didn't put them there.
Hello.
What are the chance burn? That's fucked. Maybe he meant hello.
Only when I see.
Oh, yikes.
Burn.
Burn, baby, burn.
What's up, Maldo? Good luck on your Twitch stream in a couple days, buddy.
Disco Inferno.
You're going
Is
for
that the
a full
charity one?
24 hours, yeah.
24 hours.
On his birthday.
I can probably find some time within 24 hours to show up and say hello.
I'll be at the lake, so maybe.
So he can't.
Oh, yeah. Most of my comments are just basically burns on
chocolate
chocolate.
burns.
Yeah. Have you ever had chocolate burn before? It smells terrible.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
How do you burn it? Or what would you be doing that you would burn it? If you were baking or something?
Yeah, like trying to melt chocolate down or,
All right.
make liquid. And what up, Rocker?
What up, AH-101 boy? Can we call him that?
What is that?
He called
I
us
don't
Keg
understand.
Boys.
Oh, yeah. Did they go to Twitch too? Were they on Mixer?
They've gone to
Yeah, they were.
Yeah.
Do I? Is this appropriate for Twitch
God,
today?
take that shit right off and burn it. That's how I
God,
feel about it.
chocolate. They just got fined another $1 million in draft picks, and like seriously, you want to tie yourself to cheaters? Go ahead.
You're the worst, chocolate.
Well, my
It's like
soccer team's
every
not winning.
2 or
so-
3 years, they're like, "All right, guys, we know you did something. Give us a couple draft picks. Give us some money. Carry on."
Carry on now. Carry on. Nothing to see here.
I think I'm good to go whenever.
Yep.
Yeah.
Whenever you guys are.
Let's go. Downtown.
Hold on.
I'll mute myself. Oh no, I need to intro this.
I'm on mute.
Jesus Christ.
Okie dokie. Smokey, here goes.
Okay.
3, 2, 1, start recording.
We have been on Twitch for a lot longer than anyone else. Believe that, believe anything. Come join us. Show's live. Risky. Let's play that music.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 110 of Cross Atlantic Gaming. I'm your host, Risky the Kid, and joining me this week, as always, are my co-hosts, Chocolate Bear
Hello.
and Moose.
Hey, players.
Happy you spent all day at the lake, and now you're hungover day.
Woo! I did it.
Hey, winner, chicken dinner.
You guys should be friends with Big Cutter because his pontoon boat has a diving board. I didn't even know that was a thing.
Oh, does it also have a slide that like comes off the top of it too?
No slide, but they also had this like inflatable, like it's like a giant mattress basically, and it turns into a slip and slide. You can just dive and slide across. So we had all sorts of fun toys.
Sounds amazing.
Yeah, I'm supposed to go for Thursday to Sunday this upcoming weekend, so I may not survive.
So episode 111, folks. If you thought Moose was hungover this episode, tune in next episode. It's gonna be wild.
Yeah, you think Moose mails it in this episode? Wait till next week.
Chocolate, how about you? How was your week?
Yeah, not bad. Not bad. Just it's a Groundhog Day every day, isn't it?
Hey,
Loving
that's,
it.
that's what we're looking for. Nice. Well, hey, that's good. Before we get into the show, it looks like we've got all sorts of stuff going on. Chocolate, we still have a giveaway that's going on, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep. Just under 2 weeks now for you to make sure that you do all the things you need to do, and it's your chance to win $25 or pounds or whatever currency we find under my sofa.
Perfect.
It's
And
yours.
that's through Gleam.io. We'll have links in the description for this podcast.
Yes.
Also,
So
is
we're
it
going
pinned
to the
in?
couch cushions this time, I bet.
Yeah. I just need to find some loose change.
This guy just has money falling out of all sorts of places.
You know how much money he has, like, in his couch cushions, though, probably?
Right.
Probably
Not
a
as
lot
much
more
as
than most
his-
people.
Yeah, not as much as his gold coin vault, but you
The
know.
swimming pool.
Exactly.
Listen, you know the old trick where you used to pull quarters out of people's ears? I mean, my dad used to take out £50 notes. That's
It's
all I can say.
amazing. That's where
It's
you learned it.
exactly.
Perfect. We also have some new content up on YouTube. We have a season 5 Apex video with a bunch of chocolate murdering people or trying to murder people.
Yep, a montage of beautiful kills.
All right, good.
So it's not that long.
I still prefer the fail videos, but seeing you
Listen,
succeed, I think there's something that rubs me the wrong way. I don't know.
that's not nice. No, I'm all about positive reinforcement. If I tell myself I'm good and watch these videos, I feel good.
All right, good. Well, hey, that's all that matters. And then I have my second episode of My First Hour is up, and I'm running through the Drake Hollow beta, which is now over, but the full game is out on the 17th of July, so you guys can check it out there. I'm also going to talk about it here in a little bit. But yeah, that's everything that's going on with us. But another week in gaming. What have we all been getting into? Let's start with Chocolate, since you have some more games I've never heard of, probably all from Radalaika.
Right.
Let's figure out what Chocolate hates this week. Let's start with Crazy Gun.
Can't
Well,
wait.
Okay, you've picked a good one. You've picked a good one.
Yes.
Yes. This is probably one of my favourite Ratalaika games. It is a side-scrolling shooter, kind of cyberpunk-esque, beautiful 16-bit game. Yeah, you're just going along shoot 'em up, essentially. All kinds of weird, bizarre things like green bouncing blobs, red balls, strange mechs that come out of nowhere to try and murder you. Shooting feels good. The mechanics are what you would expect from a side-scrolling game.
Is there platforming at all, or is this just more like
It's
Contra
not,
style, just kill everything?
it's more kind of. I suppose it's been described as Contra kind of meets Mega Man
That's fun.
ish. Yeah, but it's really fun. It gives me that massive '90s vibe when you're in the arcade. So as you're shooting your enemies, there are coins flying out of literally every enemy you destroy. And at one point, instead of seeing the screen and your enemies and what you're doing, it's kind of like Mario coins piling into you, which which is crazy. The
Can
awesome
you
thing is,
do anything with the coins, or is this just like a hey, you got a lot of points this round?
Yeah,
Congrats on
yeah.
all your coins.
Well, not to talk about achievements, but there is an achievement where you have
The
to.
gold hoarder achievement.
Yeah, exactly. You have to. I think it's get 2,000 points. That's with killing and I think collecting your coins. I didn't quite find out whether the coins, as you were collecting, you could go to a shop. Do you know what? I have forgotten. Cannot remember. But I would surmise there is some sort of shop mechanic somewhere in this game. But the game, like I said, the game is just so fun. It's that '90s. If you want that kind of nostalgia shooter, a little bit like Streets of Rage, just to take you back to your childhood, this is kind of a game to do it.
Nice. Did you get the 1000G? I'm assuming that's what we were there for. So
So I was in and out with exactly what I needed.
of course you were.
Yeah.
It only took 2.5 levels out of 78, but he got it done.
Wham, bam, thank you, ma'am. Huh, Bear?
I lasted the magic 3. It was 3 levels.
What speaking of gamer score and playing all these games, you recently tried to knock out 5,000 gamer score in an hour, did you not?
Yeah, it was. I went for 10,000. I think it was 5,000. I failed. I'm trying to do my 5,000 achievement in 1 hour. I think I
Did not
managed.
go well.
Well, the 2 games I thought were quick were unfortunately really long. I was told, so I failed miserably on that front. So I had to transfer in these 2 games that I've played this week just to help me boost. So I got to just under 3,000.
I mean, that's not bad for an hour's worth of work.
But, yeah, it's not too bad. I did have a kind of a stretch goal to try and get 10,000 this month, and I failed on that as well, which is.
Well, hey, speaking of 1,000 gamer score,
Moving on.
Let's go over to Moose next, who I believe 1,000 gamers scored Maneater.
I sure did.
When you hopped into this game originally, did you think that you would be chasing down achievements to 1000G this one?
There's no telling, but there's like, I don't know, maybe 4 achievements or 5 achievements after beating the game. So it was like, yeah, I looked at the achievement list. I was like, I could definitely do that, especially if with a guide off the internet. So,
Thanks, internet.
like, find all these hidden locations and you get this shiny trophy.
Okay.
So that's what I did, but it was the first 1,000 gamer score I ever got on any game. So
And it was Maneater. What?
yeah, it was fun, man.
Yeah, I
$40.
believe it.
So,
It's my favorite part about gamer score, at least like chasing it, is like a lot of times it'll have you doing things or going places that you wouldn't normally go, or like things you normally wouldn't do in a game.
right.
So that's one aspect of gamer score that I really enjoy. I don't chase it at all, but the occasional time I do see like the achievement list, and it'll be like, oh, I would have never even thought to try that or do that, but
Yeah.
obviously I can do that, so I might as well.
This one was pretty straightforward. It kind of went along with the story and level up progression, max out your shark, do all that. And some people that I've talked to on Discord and stuff said that the game was kind of grindy for them. And I watched a video when I first started playing it, and they basically just said eat everything. Because every
Fair.
type of fish, every type of person, like they all give you different types of currency that you can use to upgrade your shark. So by the time I got to the final boss, I was
Just
level
OP.
30. Yeah, I was like, you can level up to level 30. I was there. And then I also had like all my perks maxed. So I made light work of, what was his name? Scaly Pete. Yeah.
The dude without the arm.
Oh, he lost a leg later on in the story too, but
Poor Scaly Pete.
no, he was kind of a jerk.
Oh, okay.
So he got what was coming to him.
It's amazing.
But
I
yeah,
still remember the first time you talked about it, and you like broke down how there's like an actual story and there's reasons for you
Yeah.
doing all this and like taking like avenging.
oh yeah,
and stuff.
It's awesome. And then by the end of the game, you are just like the biggest, fattest shark. Like you can leap out of the water and then land on their boats, and like literally there's like fat rolls coming off the sides of your belly, and you're just like slashing your tail and chomping people. And like, dude, if you find this game on sale, I just buy it because it's so much fun.
I think I just came up in some feed. It's like $30 right now somewhere.
Right.
So
I think it'll go down though. I think
Even
it'll
more.
probably go down to like $15-$20, in one of these next sales coming up in the fall.
or yeah,
so.
check the holiday time. There
Yeah, I
you go.
didn't even look on the Steam sale right now too, because I haven't.
Oh, it could
I've
be, yeah.
been avoiding the Steam sale myself.
Smart. We're gonna talk about that a little later.
Yeah.
Nice though, dude. Congrats on the 1,000 and
Yeah.
what
I
a
appreciate that.
what a weird one. I wouldn't
It
have,
was a
would have
ton of
thunk it.
fun. Like it felt like any other, level up RPG game, but you just happen to be a shark.
Right. And that's what makes the game so unique and
Yeah.
just, like it stands out from the rest, which is kind of awesome.
Yes. So check it out. It's sweet.
Yeah. All right. I talked about, I hopped into the Drake Hollow beta this past week, or it might have been even farther longer ago. I'm not sure at this point. But this game is from the Molasses Flood. They were the people that did the Flame in the Flood. I think that's what it was called. The survival game where you're going down a river and you're crafting things and just trying to survive and whatnot. And if you died, you had to start over. One of those fun games I'm getting myself into lately. But this one, if you guys remember Fortnite when it first came around,
Right.
and you remember the Save the World mode, the mode that
Oh, yeah.
They shut that down because I paid for that.
the one thing that we all paid for in Fortnite. So think about that. That's kind of what this game is. You have a home base, and then you're going out and harvesting materials from like trees, piles of garbage, that kind of stuff, and then you're bringing those materials home to work on your base. But these things called drakes, they remind me. Dan Pod actually called it out because he watched my video earlier. They remind him of mandrakes from Harry Potter, if you're familiar, like the things that are buried in the pot, and when you pull them up, they have like leaves on their head and stuff.
Yeah.
It's essentially what these things are, and you find them throughout the world, and then you bring them back to your base. And then the survival, because it does have survival elements. There's a food meter. There's a entertainment meter and a drink meter, but it's not for you. It's for these creatures, these drakes that are at your base. So you have to keep them entertained by doing things like giving them toys to play with and like TVs and a bunch of. It's one of those things where the further you get into it, that stuff probably all gets bigger and better and more exciting. But right in the beginning of the game, it's like you can give them some dolls to play with. They have beds to keep them comfortable, and then you have these giant cauldrons where you can put just food into, and they eat out of that. So it's kind of a weird take on survival because it's not your survival. Like, you have a health bar because there are enemies out there, so you can get hurt and heal yourself or whatever. But the hunger and the hydration and entertainment, that's all for these things called drakes, it's a different idea, and you're kind of just going out and seeing how far you can progress into the world. In between each island, there's this like purple mist goo stuff, and if you're in it too long, you die. So you need to have these they're like little glowy stones that you keep with you, and it lights everything up around you, like a crystal, and it lights up the ground so you can move forward. But then once you get to another island, you can kind of put they're like telephone lines essentially, and you can attach them and transport yourself kind of back and forth between islands, like
zip lines. Yeah,
exactly, like zip lines. It reminded me a lot of Sunset Overdrive, like when you would hop up onto rails and just like grind them forever. So you can make you can just connect those everywhere, so you can fast travel pretty much all around the world. But then you also have there's a certain thing you can craft that's like a ladder in most games, which it just brings you back to home base like immediately. So that's one thing that happens kind of in that save the world mode from Fortnite, where you start to get like raided by zombies. The same thing happens here, except for they're things from, I think it's called the Nether or something, or Aether. I don't know, these evil creatures, they're going to come and try to eat the drakes if you don't protect them. So like when you start to get raided, you have to go back to your base, and that's when you're going to fight them. There's like melee weapons, like pickaxes, funny enough, and like rakes, that kind of stuff. But then there's also like crossbows, shotguns, other ranged weapons. So you kind of have melee and range to mess around with, but then you just need to be protecting your house, your base, and your drakes.
And don't the drakes like give you different buffs and level ups and stuff for keeping them around and happy?
Yeah. So if every time you find a new one, they have like a buff, like you said. Like it'll be, this one has a heavy. It's like the heavy hitter buff, and it'll give you 10% damage or 5% damage to your weapons. And everyone you pick up is going to have something different. And when you pick one, it's just assigned to you for that time. They also produce a material, which I can't remember the name of it, but depending on how happy they are, and if you go and check in with them, you can just kind of collect this currency. So it's in your best interest to try to keep them entertained, happy, healthy, all that kind of stuff. Because then you can.
Sorry to cut you off. You can build games and stuff for them, can't you? Or
yeah, I mean,
keep them happy.
Anything you would think you could entertain a 4-year-old with, it's probably in this game to be laid out in front of these little drakes.
I'd be good at this game then.
Yeah, this is probably great for you guys. It's also, I just played it solo, but it's going to be 4-player co-op when it comes out, which is pretty awesome. And it's going to be in Game Pass for PC and Xbox, I'm pretty sure. And it comes out on the 17th, and I'm definitely excited to start over and give it a go again. But it's a fun little take on a semi-survival / Fortnite save the world mode, and it looks really good.
Yeah, it looked a lot like Fortnite.
It looks exactly like Fortnite. Getting a lot of Fortnite vibes from it.
So is the beta still open, or
the beta is actually closed? Okay. And I figured that out because I went to go re-record my YouTube video yesterday, and it was like, "Thanks for playing," and I was like, "All right, well, I guess we're gonna post the first one." So yeah, it's closed for now.
What I was going to say, it sounds a little bit like this and Grounded are kind of competing ever so slightly.
Yeah, it's two cartoony looking survival games that are coming out weeks apart from each other, both on Game Pass. So it'll be interesting.
Giant spiders.
Yeah.
I didn't, but the monsters you had to fight here were pretty spooky, just not grounded, no pun intended in any way. So, depending on what you're more scared of, like alien creatures that you would have seen in the Stranger Things or
Yeah.
giant spiders, yeah.
Just since we mentioned grounded real quick, there is like a spooky like knob that you can turn down, so you can decide what you want to see
Really?
when spiders come up. Yeah,
That's,
Oh,
I mean, that's
so-
cool if you're playing with young kids and stuff, right?
or just people that are completely don't
Babies.
do spiders. Yeah,
Or
there's a lot of those on Twitter.
turn all spiders off.
Exactly.
Jeez.
Definitely the
turn
best
into
way to do it.
Cuddly teddy bears or something.
Turn them all up. Cuddly teddy bears up, spiders way down.
Oh god.
There we go.
Yeah, that's Drake Hollow, though. Like I said, not to just keep promoting my own stuff, but if you go to youtube.com/crossatlanticgaming, I did do my first hour on this, so you can kind of see my first hour's worth of impressions of the game. But the full thing comes out, like I said, July 17th, and I think a lot of people enjoy it. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, is Grounded also 4-player?
I believe you can play co-op. Yeah.
Yeah, so they're two very similar games coming out at two very similar times.
Both from Xbox Studios.
Yeah, both on this. Yeah,
Yeah. All right. Well,
we'll see.
Yeah.
I'll definitely give them both a shot. So,
who could ever have too many options of survival games?
hey, still playing DayZ, so
I
it's,
know you are. Stop it.
something's got to get me off of it. All right, let's go back to chocolate. Radio Squid is this? I don't even have to ask. Tell me about this one.
So here is my segment of I Hate Games.
Yes, I knew it wasn't going to be gone.
Nailed it. So picture the Game Boy Tetris style kind of, I don't want to say graphics, but the Tetris style look. So Radio Squid,
Blocks.
it's not good. You're a squid, and you're going around, going through levels. I think it was you were trying to save your squid people, and you shoot balls or your squid
Ink
goo.
balls.
Yeah, I think ink balls is probably a better description. At the enemy, I think the premise of not the premise of the game, the game mechanic is as you're shooting these balls, they bounce off the walls. So as you're moving, your ball will go back and forth a few times, and then it will run out of power and die. I hated this game. It's god awful, dreadful.
Rocker in chat said
agrees.
Radio Squid. Ugh.
Yeah, the game was frustrating. It didn't look good. Like I said, it kind of looked like a Tetris style game. It kind of gave you it gave you that feel as well. So on the screen, instead of having this nice big plush kind of ground, they sucked it in as if you were playing kind of a Game Boy. Yeah,
Sounds
black and
bad.
white. Oh, it's
Yeah.
dreadful. Do you know, I can't even find words. I would just. It was
Not good. Don't play.
It was poo. The achievements were a pain in the rear end to catch. Yeah, it was poo. Just stay away.
Did you get your 1000G though?
Yeah, I was in and out. But it
From
was
a scale of poo to 10, it was poo, huh, Bear?
it was 10 poos. It was that bad.
But on a scale of 1 to 10 for ease of achievement
Yeah,
collection,
well, it was 5 poos. But I will have some sort of review for that up. We're going to start.
oh, I can't wait.
Yeah.
Yeah, these could be quick ones, but yeah, instead of dropping clips each week, we might change a pace, and in the YouTube channels, you're going to see some of the dross I will play each
I
week.
think we should just start a new segment that make you just review the worst rated games
The
on the internet.
Oh,
See
wow.
how many poos you give them.
Just poll Twitter and just be like, hey, what are your guys' least favorite games? I'm looking for hot piles of garbage.
Yeah, give me
Yeah.
the trash right now.
And then, yeah, like Moose said, just have a poo scale at the end and be like, this gets a solid 3 poos.
And would you be able to stick a little graphic up here so the
Yeah, the little poo emoji, 3 out
Yeah.
of 10.
Like a
Awesome.
cash machine coming in. Paching,
Yeah.
paching, paching.
Oh wow! Could you imagine? It's raining poo.
Yeah, Rocker said he's got lists of games that have maximum poo. So
Yeah, but I also don't want to pay for these games, Rooker, so they need to be free.
that's probably where you find the cream of the crop. To be honest.
Just go through the Switch shovelware. There's lots of games in
Yeah.
there for 9 cents
I
or
would say,
9.
do you consider
Gosh.
13 cents as pretty much free?
Yeah, but this is England. You have to remember it will turn around and it will probably be £3 or £4 because for some reason your sales do not marry up with the sales
But you
we
guys don't
have
get
over here.
games that are like 99% off?
No,
Wow, that
no.
sucks.
Who
I told you
paid
to
the
get
100% price tag?
Dude, you can get an account from every region on your Switch.
True.
Yeah, I should.
Just put my account on your Switch. I've given you the information.
I know.
We'll buy the games for 17 cents a piece. You have to spend the time reviewing them.
We'll just take it out of the CAG budget if Dan stops wiping it out.
Don't make me play it. Don't make me play it, please.
Yeah, we'll see. All right. I mean, I'd ask you if you have anything else about Radio Squid, but it sounds like you said your piece here. All right, that's all the new stuff. Anybody have anything? Any of the meat and potatoes? Anyone playing anything?
Moonshining. That's what I was doing last week.
Just moonshining. All right.
Yeah, that
Haven't-
was the double bonus or whatever, 50% more rewards for moonshining. So I was just running the booze.
So your cowboy empire is still
Oh,
Still
dude,
in the
I suck
works?
at it, but I'm working on it.
I pushed you into that game, didn't I?
Ah.
Tagging you in that tweet.
No, I'm currently I'm on like a 26-day daily streak.
dang, homie.
That's why I'm still in the game. Like literally last night when we got home from the lake, it took all I had to just log in, do a daily, and turn off my Xbox.
Do you know if Red Dead's in XCloud?
Yes. Oh, I don't know if it's an xCloud, but I know it's in Game Pass.
I know it's
My
in Game
Xbox
Pass, yeah.
is messed up right now.
Huh.
So I haven't been able to do the streaming from my Xbox. I haven't been able to do a whole lot of the stuff. So I've tried to delete the program and put it back on.
It's not
I don't
working
know.
for some reason.
Yeah, I'm not
Yeah.
doing it right.
Hit up the Meg. We need IT help.
Right?
She is IT.
She does it.
All right. I'm good. Everybody good?
Think so.
I think so.
All right, guys. Let's get into some news. All right, Moose, what is going on in the news this week?
Who even knows?
I don't, so
I know that's on the news.
looking
guy, right?
forward for you to tell me.
So last week we saw some new stuff from the Avengers. They had a little display or show called the War Table, and it was some pretty cool stuff. Did you guys check it out at all?
Yeah, I think this game looks really good. Like as far as like a superhero video game, and it's like graphic fidelity. Damn.
So I'm slightly worried.
Because it kind of looks or sounds like
Anthem.
Anthem a little bit.
Just like that much. And
Just
the,
this much.
This game is like superheroes, yes, awesome, but the
Yeah.
story is.
it smells like Anthem. But also, I don't know how I'm going to feel about the characters not looking like the television.
They do look pretty weird.
Yeah. Tony Stark looks. I don't even know.
Do you think it's just because we're so used to the MCU, or do you think it's actually like the character models are weird looking in general?
I think that we just have
The set vision in our
yeah.
heads. Yeah.
the MCU cast ingrained in our brain for the last 13 years or something.
Yeah, forever, and it's worked so well, and
Yeah.
so yeah. Let's just hopefully you just don't have to see Iron, or you don't have to see Tony Stark too much. You get to see a lot of Iron Man with his suit on and his mask up.
But it looks pretty cool as far as how the characters are going to level up, and like you can customize your character almost like an MMO, to where you can they stay within their class, but they can be completely different ends of the spectrum as far as where you take your character and what gear you use and all that stuff. So that was pretty
Right.
cool.
I did like that.
It looks like they've got it's almost like a co-op campaign mode called Co-op War Zones, and this is where I think Chocolate's talking about, kind of the Anthem feeling, because it's just like a vanilla game that you take your characters into, and you play basically the same stories.
Literally
with
just hunting for gear.
Yeah, you're just grinding.
I do think that the people that are expecting like a good single player like in-depth campaign are probably going to be disappointed. It looks like,
Yeah.
because I do think this is more of a games of service, like loot and shoot kind of
Right.
thing.
Yeah,
Like with their expansions being like, hey, Ant-Man's here, like, hey, there's new characters and maybe some new worlds eventually. Like they're
Exactly.
setting it up, and they have a world that's big enough and grand enough to do all this. But I just don't know if it's what everybody's gonna want, I guess.
I think paying for some of the items in that's what it's essentially going to come down to, isn't it? Come pay for this new looking hammer, or look at
Yeah,
Captain America's
the
new shield.
pink Iron Man suit,
Yeah,
only $7.99.
I mean, the good thing is, obviously, because it's cosmetic, it doesn't affect your game, so you don't have to touch
Right.
it. However, meh.
I don't know. I'm such a sucker for Marvel stuff, I
know.
think. So
Yeah.
it's kind of like
They're gonna get my money, so
it'll happen, and then I'm just gonna
Destiny.
hope that like,
yeah. It's
Well,
like I said, it's like Destiny. It doesn't feel good, but take my money.
but take my money exactly. But I also wonder like if I bought probably not Destiny 1, but like if I bought Destiny and just played it as like a campaign and like did everything just once and then didn't worry about endgame at all, like would I have enjoyed that for what it was? Like I have no idea, because I was just rushing to hit endgame and like
Right.
level myself up, because that's just what you do in these games. So I wonder if this might be kind of the same thing, but from the looks of it, kind of generic looking. So
Yeah, it's a good base for hopefully a lot more to come.
yeah, this will be a game that we talk about 5 years from now and be like, oh, this game has come so far. Do you remember when it was horrible the last 4 years?
Yeah, hopefully we can say that about Anthem here next year or the year after that.
I don't know. EA doesn't want to talk about it at all. So
I know
we'll
they have
see.
they have literally like single digits of people working on that project now. So
All 7 of them. Good luck, Anthem team.
good job, guys.
If this is a failure, it's all your fault. Don't forget. God.
Time to reboot.
So up next, got another reveal. This one looked pretty sweet too. It was the Cyberpunk 2077. What did they call it? The
Night Watch or Night
I want to say
Night
Night
City
Owl.
Wire event.
Wire.
Yeah, Night City Wire. So this basically gave us some of the story content. It showed us a little bit of one of the areas, the Badlands. So it showed you driving around in that cool car. It kind of looked a lot like a GTA style type game, which I'm so into since I finally played GTA this year.
Yeah, it's. How are you feeling about first person perspective? I'm nervous. I'm nervous about having to play that whole game first person.
Well, that's one thing that I did not like.
Yeah, I'm with you.
I'd like to see that third person so that I could see all my customized features and parts,
Yeah,
if you know what I mean.
I know exactly what you mean.
I'm gonna have huge boobs.
This
Oh.
game is graphic. There's a
How
lot
would-
of weird customization for a lot of weird places.
Dude, you can be literally whatever you want. So it'll be interesting to see what people come up with on the internet, right?
Can't wait to see all the pictures on the subreddit.
Yeah. It also featured another little video that showed us what did they call it? The brain dance mode. So this is, think of the investigation mode from Batman, or that Witcher sense, things like that, where you go in, or even like hitting the things in Division 2. What did they call those things?
The hologram things,
Yes,
whatever it's
exactly.
called.
You
Yeah,
go to this
The
mode,
Echoes.
and you'd be
Echoes.
able to go into the past and basically like relive other people's experiences from the past.
It's kind of like a detective mode of sorts.
Exactly. So I don't know. This game looks cool, and it got delayed again. So now we got to wait till November. And I know I didn't say it, but the Avengers game luckily comes out September 4th. So until it's delayed, also.
Well, and then we have to see how much of a game it actually is.
Right. Yeah. Maybe wait till next year to get it. Who knows? But I won't.
Not, I would say, not going to happen for us. But
Yeah.
some smart
Any of
people.
you
There you
that
go.
don't suffer from FOMO.
Oh yeah, or host a video game podcast.
So yeah, there's supposed to be another what do they call it? The night thing.
Another
Event.
Nightwire.
Yeah, there's supposed to be another one coming up with more information coming out. So
Awesome.
Stay tuned. Cyberpunk's gonna be sweet.
It's
but like
looking
you
good, dude. And like
Yeah.
the reviews that I'm seeing are like the stuff that some of the reviewers have gotten their hands on. It seems like
Yeah.
everybody is like universally loving it so far. So
Yeah, it I don't know. Just
Pumped.
can't wait. Exactly. Give me another 80-hour game from them.
yeah, I'll beat The Witcher someday.
I already did, so that's off my list. But
Good
you know,
for you.
there's a new game called The Last of Us 2 out that apparently there's a first one that I need to play first.
So behind.
Oh well. So yeah, Cyberpunk, it's coming. It's gonna be neat.
Yep.
Looking forward to it.
Up next, got some Pokemon news for you, Bear.
Oh,
So the Pokemon Company announced the new title, Pokemon Unite, a multiplayer online battle arena game that made a battle arena game that made partnership with Tencent. So it's a 5-on-5, fairly traditional looking MOBA for Switch and mobile devices. Players run around in a symmetrical map with each team having a base on each side. So think League of Legends, Heroes of the Storm, but with your Pokemans.
Weird.
Yeah, has anybody tried this, or is it? I don't.
I haven't tried it, but I know that there was. I'm not gonna remember the name of it, but there's a Marvel one of these that came out and on phones, and like if Marvel can't make me like your game, like the type of game, then nothing can. So MOBAs are not for me. I guess I think I'm too
Yeah.
dumb. I'm like not tactical
Yeah, the
enough.
strategy. Yeah,
When I have to play other people online, I just get smoked. I
Yeah.
don't put enough time into it. That's why. But
exactly.
I don't know.
I have a hard enough time with Overwatch. People just send me messages constantly.
You suck. You're
Why
playing
are
your
you
character
playing-
wrong.
Yeah, exactly. Why are you flanking?
But at
You're a
least you get
tank.
messages. I just get shot in Breakout, Warzone, or Warface.
One way to take care of it.
You're doing your job, Bear. You're just stopping bullets from going into any other teammates.
That is true.
You're
That is true.
helping them empty their clips a little bit.
Yeah, but that's from my own team.
Oh, well.
Oh, completely
Yeah.
different. Not great.
Totally.
Yeah, I don't know. Pokemon MOBA. Sure. I
Yeah.
guess.
Blade.
Why not?
Get on it. Let us know. Yeah. Up next, Tokyo Game Show 2020 is going online. So obviously, nobody's having any game conferences or shows this year. So between September 23rd and 27th, it's going to be an entire digital show. It's already accepting applications for exhibitors, and it's it's going to be along the lines of what we've been seeing all summer. So I like it because it's just more
Hell yeah.
information about games that are coming out and more information about consoles, and it's just more info dump.
Yep.
So I'll be looking forward to that, and we've got things all the way all the way through the pipeline from here till then. So
Yep.
just action-packed information on the YouTubes.
I'm excited for July and Xbox.
Right.
See
Give
what
me
happens.
Thing, guys, come on. So up next, the acting game director from Assassin's Creed Valhalla went ahead and stepped down from his job last week. I guess he had some issues inside the family. I think I saw Risky said he cheated on his wife or something.
Whoa! Who said that? I didn't say that.
Maybe not.
That's what the internet said. I was
No,
just
it was
agreeing.
Ruski that said that. My
Oh,
bad.
Ruski, damn it. My alter ego. Or Ricky. It was one of you.
Here is Ashraf Ismail's Twitter. He says, "I am stepping down from my beloved project to properly deal with the personal issues in my life. The lives of my family and my own are shattered. I am deeply sorry to everyone that heard this." And then he replied to somebody else saying, "There are hundreds of talented, passionate people striving to build an experience for you that I do not deserve to be associated with. I
Ooh.
wish them the best."
This
Thanks.
kind of snowballed because all of a sudden the internet for the last week has been
Just the
Last
fiery hell pit.
Just the last week.
well,
I'm pretty sure 2020's just kind of been a
Well,
dumpster
yeah.
fire
Turn it
altogether.
off.
Right?
yeah, it's strange. You've had people should.
Whoever's playing this sim game needs to turn off all these disaster sliders. That's all I'm saying.
Right? It's like we're in a bad beta and I just want 1.0 to come out and be
See-
done with
See
this.
what it can take before it completely crashes.
Yep.
So yeah, there's a second, or I guess a second wave of Me Too things that came out last week. And I'll just dive in right to our next story too. As we predicted hours later, Risky, Mixer is done. So literally, we were talking about this last Monday, and I
Bye.
said, "How does this survive?" And you said, "I don't think it can." And
And then
literally,
it
like
didn't.
90 minutes later, they made a statement saying Mixer's done, and everybody, the sky was falling, and everybody was panicking and jumping ship, and now streamers are other places.
Yeah. Some went quick as well.
Yeah. So yeah, like Shroud and Ninja, all the big boys, they were offered even more lucrative deals to move over to Facebook Gaming, but they all basically said nah, brah, and cashed out, and now they're all free agents. And most likely, I would see them on Twitch again.
Well, Shroud has gone to YouTube. Am I
Okay,
right?
I
And
didn't see that yet.
uh, Ninja hasn't said anything.
Right,
But I believe today at some point there's meant to be an announcement about a new
right.
streaming platform.
And
Brime.
is that the one that we were talking about a couple months ago that they were said that they wanted to release in July to take advantage of the COVID
Oh, that could
situation?
be
You
actually.
remember that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it could be that one, but everything I'm reading in like business reports and everything are like, dude, these streaming platforms need like 5 years of zero profits or just dumping cash into, and what investor is going to want to do that?
And like if Microsoft can't do it,
Right,
like,
exactly.
the current rumor that's going around is that this new Brime that we were talking about, the conspiracy theory is that Ninja, Shroud, and Doc are all going there.
Right. They're starting, or it's becoming their own platform or whatever.
Right. So,
Yeah.
which I don't take everything that anyone says at this point with a grain of salt, because that's were you going to cover the Doctor
I was
disrespect
going to
stuff?
say, speaking of Doc,
Like,
he's a free agent right now too. So he got completely just dropped from Twitch last week. And it had nothing to do with, what is it, DMCA? Is that correct?
yeah,
The new Digital Media Copyright Act. Um, so a lot of Twitch streamers are getting banned right now for playing copyrighted music in the background. But Twitch came out with a statement saying that that's not why he's banned, but they're not really giving any other information.
yo, they're not even giving him any information.
Yeah.
Like the first tweet that he came out with was like, "Hey guys, just so you know, I have no idea why Twitch dropped me. I'm still waiting to hear myself."
Right.
It's like, bah.
That's so, yeah, it sounds so weird that, doesn't it?
Your
It's,
biggest moneymaker and you drop him and don't say a word. It's really funny if you watch his like final moments on Twitch. He like gets a text on his phone, like reads it, and you can see his mood just like change, and then like
Right.
he just kind of abruptly stops the stream, and you're like, huh.
It's just
Oh,
a
wow.
complete cease and desist, shut her down.
So everybody's in like all these big streamers are in this weird limbo. This Brime
Mhm.
thing is starting, so it's like, yeah, it's like put on your tinfoil hats. It's definitely a conspiracy theory and all, but
Right. Oh, and also Facebook Gaming's over here saying we're still a thing. Come over to us.
You don't
But
need to use your real name. Just make a page.
I heard another podcast over the weekend basically say that, if you're looking to go to Facebook Gaming, your demographic is, the greatest generation or the boomer generation, or, those are the people that use Facebook at this point. So how many of those people are going to sit around and watch somebody play a video game?
well, also, this is funny because Shopa's in chat and he's big into following streamers and all that stuff. He just
Huh.
said that Brime is supposedly from Spotify, and Spotify
Right.
is owned by Google.
Well, there you go. There's money there.
But
Is that
YouTube is also owned by Google. So
This is true.
I don't know.
I was going to say, is this where they put their Stadia money? They put it into streaming, not into the actual Stadia.
This is where they lost that stadium money at.
I-
It's that classic joke, where's that money for singing lessons? Because it definitely wasn't spent there.
But yeah, I think I'm assuming we'll have a much more extensive look into this next week on the podcast when we actually
Yeah.
have concrete information. This is all kind
Yeah.
of rumors and speculation at this point. So
That's kind of all the news for the whole week is rumors and speculation.
Fair.
The last thing I can talk about a little bit was just came out today that a couple of people that know somebody at Bloomberg said that the Harry Potter RPG is definitely a thing, and it'll be coming late next year.
Dope.
So there's not a whole lot more information about that, but Harry Potter's author has been quite polarizing the last few weeks with some of her comments.
The past few
So,
years.
yeah, but she's really fired it up here recently. So we'll see if that's what some of the developers are still worried about is, a lot of her staunch followers are now staunch haters because of certain things that she said.
Right.
So I don't know. It'll be fun to, Expecto Patronus and Expelliarmus, and I don't. That's all I know for Harry Potter. So
Those are Aloha Mora.
there we go.
I don't know what it does, but it does.
I don't
something.
either.
It
But
might
we probably
levitate
just
stuff.
we probably just turned Rocker into a frog.
Isn't that Levioso, the levitation?
Wingardium Leviosa.
All right. So yeah, that's it. That's all I got for news, guys.
Thanks, Moose.
You're welcome.
What a
Don't expect much more next week.
Ooh, funny enough, and we talked about this before the show, so it's funny that Rocker brought it up. He just put rips paper up
Oh,
because you
yeah.
normally crumple it, and Moose decided he's going environmentally friendly and using a tablet now.
Yeah.
Or his computer.
Sorry, Rocker. I know you were looking forward to that, buddy, but here. There you go. I did it a virtual paper to the camera for all those
gonna
people not watching right now.
I was going to say, no one can see because your
Oh,
camera's
yeah.
closed. Was that at my end?
Oh, there you go. Dan said we could just get it on a soundboard button, so I could just have a rip paper sound through there. So we'll just do that. All right, cool. Chocolate, we got anything coming out this week?
We do. For some reason, I didn't check before we started the show, but let's go. 30th of June, we have Hunter Simulator 2 for the Xbox and PlayStation. Also, on the same day, Division 2 DLC drops. It's the Operation Ironhouse, and obviously for Xbox and PlayStation, and PC, obviously.
Yep.
Yeah, we've got some Game Pass games. Oh, I'm a bit worried now. So, The Messenger. I said that last week, didn't I?
I mean, yeah. I think these are all the ones you went through.
Chocolate came to class prepared again, guys.
Yeah. I've got The Messenger, Streets of Rogue. I'm sure we said that last week. Observation, which I don't think we said last week, and that's on Xbox and PC. And Nightcall.
All right. I mean, the Messenger's the only one I can speak to, and that game's just ridiculously good. So
Definitely worth playing, especially sitting on Game Pass. And we've just had confirmed titles for games with gold. So WRC8 is going to be your first game for July the 1st to the 31st. You also have Saints Row 2, and that's from July 1st to July 15th. Then you have Dunk Lords from July 16th to August 15th. And Juju, which is out on the 16th of July until the 31st. And I believe Dunk Lords is day and date your free game.
that's awesome.
Sounds good.
Dunk Lords was the only one that I was kind of like, oh, interesting.
Yeah.
The other ones was kind of like, oh, I could play Forza.
Yeah.
Oh, Saints Row, there's 3 other
Oh.
games after that one.
And why would you play Juju?
And I don't know what Juju is, so maybe I'll have to look into that.
No, that's 2020. And then your PS Plus games, you have Call of Duty World War II and Star Wars Battlefront 2. Some good games there.
I say some AAA games, but definitely older AAA games.
Yeah. And that is it. Those are your games out.
Nailed it.
Good job, Bear.
Thank you.
All right, guys. Well, it is the it is the last episode of the month, which means it's a mailbag episode. Let's get into the mailbag.
You've got mail.
All right. Hopefully, no one deleted the questions from Discord. Oh no, they're written down here.
They're in down.
You know what? You're so good with the show notes. I don't know why I
Why you
even
break
thought I would
every
have
week?
to look. Yeah.
Good job, Bear. You get to keep your job again this week.
Proud of you.
Thank
Next, work on
You're-
games coming out next week. All right.
Your
Yeah.
show notes queen still.
Show,
No, thank
still the show notes queen. All right. This first one comes in from Chaotic. Who are your top 5 video game characters of all time? Mine would be the following: Commander Shepard, Geralt of Rivia, Ezio Auditore da Firenze, or something from the Assassin's Creed games. Marcus Phoenix, and Handsome Jack. Who wants to start? Who's got their list ready? Who's Googling it right now?
Oh, they're just gonna come off the top of my head, but let's do this.
All right, let's go. Let's hear it, Moose.
I really like Bayek from Assassin's Creed.
Yeah.
I really like what did I know? It's not Cassandra from what's it?
Odyssey.
Odyssey. Let's see, Mario, because it's like your
Standard,
dad
yep.
at this point. I've grown up with him.
He's like my dad at this point. For some of
My
us, he
dad.
was our dad.
Well, yeah, he raised me. Him and Nickelodeon. Let's see, who else we got? Who did I really love? I got 3 so far. Go ahead, Bear.
All right, Bear, you give us 3.
It's going to sound like I'm copying you, but Mario, without a shadow of a doubt, he was my love. Claptrap, love him to pieces. Think he's
Boo.
Chaotic's going to look at me and go,
I'm dancing.
Oh no, not stairs.
He's so funny. I don't care what anyone says.
I like it. Marcus Phoenix, because Gears of War was my jam, and I love Gears of War. And then I'm stuck on the other 2. Risky, go for 3, and I'll pick 2 in a second.
My 3, thanks, guys. Well, I'm stealing 1 off of Chaotic, only 1. Commander Shepard from Mass Effect, my favorite series of all time. And that was always male Shep for me. I still haven't played with female Shep, but hey, if this remaster ever actually happens, that'll give me the opportunity to play as her. So, cool. Who else are we gonna go with? Let's go with Lee Everett from the Walking Dead series, the Telltale Walking Dead series. It's just amazing
Is
playing
that,
him in that
like,
journey with Clementine.
Yeah.
Just a good dude. John Marston. I think that's an easy one for me. Yeah, that's 3. Suck it.
All right, I got 2 more. One of them, I don't even think he was actually ever in a video game, but John Madden, because it's the most consistent game that I've played for the last 30-something years. And then whatever the main character's name is in Days Gone, just because he's just so grumpy and gruff and just cusses under his breath all the time. And it's just like, he's just like an Eeyore, but with a bad mouth.
I feel like it should be Cletus or something.
Yeah.
It's like a farm boy.
Yeah, So, there's mine.
What do you
Go
got,
ahead,
Chocolate?
I've got Master Chief. I completely forgot about him.
It's fair.
Has he ever even said a word?
He says things every once in a while.
Okay.
Cortana, where is it?
Where's Rachel?
I can't do my I'm Batman, can I? And do you know what? I can't think of one. I'm scrolling through like my games at the moment, and I can't find someone. I mean, I don't want to pick kind of Lee from the Walking Dead, that first game, because he was an amazing character. And
Sounds like you
respect
just
him.
did, bro.
Yeah,
Sounds like you did exactly what you said you didn't want to do.
yeah. Sod it. I don't care. Sue me.
You should have just picked Gunman Clive. That's what Rocker said.
Right? No doubt, dude.
That follows the timeline perfectly. So.
I thought that's what you were basing your life off of.
Or with my patchy beard. Thanks.
Did Gunman Clive have a patchy beard?
No,
No.
he does now.
All right. I feel like I should pick one or the other, but I have Lara Croft and Aloy from
Aloy, yeah.
or Aloy.
Yeah.
Aloy. Yeah.
Alloy is a metal.
They're both just super strong characters, and I think that both of their stories are kind of like from humble beginnings, that kind of thing. Oh, you say that, but then you think about Lara Croft and the mansion she grew up in, so maybe that wasn't the best choice of words. But I think the type of games that they're both in, just those giant adventure games, they make you like them a lot.
Nathan Drake's pretty freaking cool, too.
Nathan Drake too. He kind of falls in line with those two. He's like the opposite of Lara Croft. Not the opposite, on the opposite system. Yes, exactly. If you had the option between male and female at the beginning of either of those games, they would just be the other person, I think. So
Right.
So those two kind of, but Kratos, I think, and Kratos only from the last God of War, because that's when it was like Dad Kratos.
He was actually a character instead of somebody that just wrecked everything.
Yes, and I don't know. He was so good in that game that I can't not pick him.
Right.
Yeah, Kratos is the man. Dad Kratos is the man. Yeah. All right.
Sweet. Good question.
Yeah, good question, faux show. All right, next question comes in from Ladonian. What is your favorite type of steak, and what sides do you have, or do you like to have with it? I'll start with the meat master himself. That's a terrible nickname. I'm sorry.
Dang it.
Moose, the smoke
Yeah.
master.
I prefer a ribeye myself, just because the marbleization of all the fat within the meat just makes everything so tender and juicy that you can literally just cut it with a fork. That's where it's at.
Making my mouth water. All right.
Yeah, dude, mine is right now. And for sides, dude, we usually around here with steak, we usually do mac and cheese and green beans or baked potatoes.
I'll
So,
say potatoes for sure.
yeah, for sure.
Steak and potato. Makes sense.
Yep, it just goes.
How about you, Chocolate?
For me, I normally go for a rump steak. I love rump steak. I know it's the worst part of the steak. I am partial to a little bit of fillet, but it's all about what you have with it.
We call that
Chips.
fillet over here.
Fill it. Fill it with what?
Yeah.
Fillet. Okay,
I don't know. In my opinion, fillets are too thick to actually get cooked correctly.
Did you not see the steak I posted in Discord? It was
You cooked it in a pan. It doesn't even count.
450 grams. It was massive.
You made yourself a giant sausage patty.
Did you cover it in ketchup?
No, you don't listen. Steak you eat as is.
You don't put brown sauce on it?
No, steak as is. You taste the juices. You taste the meat. That sounds wrong.
Chocolate, tell us about brown sauce.
Brown sauce. Well, it depends. Barbecue sauce, or are you going?
Oh,
with
I thought there was a thing in the UK that they called just like brown sauce that you put on
There is
meat.
brown. Yeah, there is a. I think the brand is brown sauce on one of them.
What in the hell is that stuff?
It's like a. It's not a barbecue sauce, but it's like a hot spicy sauce.
Like A1?
Not like A1.
So A1's not really spicy at all.
No, it's just like tangy.
Yeah.
It has a kick to it. I should Google it and send you
You
pictures.
gotta put sauce on your steaks, then you're doing it wrong.
Oh,
yeah,
but what if it's mushroom sauce, dude?
Oh yeah, good mushroom sauce. You got me there.
Good mushroom
Nice
sauce?
chips,
Oh,
big
yum.
chunky chips.
All right, so we learned how chocolate ruins steaks. How about you, Risky?
I mean, I can top chocolate easily. So, well, first of all, Moose, how do you like your steak cooked? I think that's important.
Like medium rare to medium.
Okay, chocolate.
It depends what cut the meat is, but normally it's medium rare.
Okay.
Okay. So, I mean, you don't even have to worry about the rarity of the type of steak that I love the most. And that is shaved steak on a Philly cheesesteak with some cheese whiz and onions. Did I ruin it for you?
Yes.
100%?
Jesus, dude.
I'm just
Philly
saying.
cheesesteak sandwich is your favorite steak.
I'm saying on any given day of the week, if you had to offer me a food, I'm probably going to take a cheesesteak over
So
a normal
now-
steak.
I know that your fridge is just full of Philly cheesesteak hot pockets.
My
isn't it?
favorite hot pocket is the Philly cheesesteak hot pocket.
Jesus.
That's a joke. That those are okay, I
So
guess.
instead of going to like a 5-star steakhouse and having like the best cut of meat that you could, you would rather just go to the cart on the corner and eat whatever meat just got chopped up on that flat grill.
I mean, it's completely
Yeah,
Yeah,
Dan,
I
we
mean,
need to fix this. This is ridiculous.
no. Most days, honestly, yes, that would be my answer. I'm not a huge steak guy, so I'm gonna take
You're a
the thing that's covered in cheese and onions.
You are a giant child. It's like you go to the steakhouse and Risky has mac and cheese.
Says the guy who adds mac and cheese as a side.
It's a great side, bro.
I
kidding.
was a bit surprised you put mac and cheese with a side of steak. I think this is where the Atlantic.
Just try this
Flavors.
one time. You have mac and cheese with your steak, eat all the mac and cheese, and then sop up the rest of the cheese with your steak. Oh, it's good.
No, I mean, there's a lot of good ways to have steak. I don't think you can
But I
go
don't want a
wrong
heart attack either.
with any of them. But man, Philly cheesesteaks are probably one of my favorite food. Sorry, not sorry, folks.
I need new friends.
At least one.
Or two. Rump steak?
Well, I don't even know. I've never even heard of rump steak. So
GTFO, dude.
Yeah, but,
he said rump, right? Like a
Yeah,
butt.
right.
Like the
Yeah,
butt of the cow.
No.
and all that stuff off.
I thought he said rum, like a like a rum ham.
Steak.
I like the rum steak.
For
I'd be
two
down
days,
with that.
no getting rum. Anyway,
Hey, good question.
Sorry to ruin that question for you, Lindonian.
And obviously, if I'm having a cheesesteak, it's got to be like French fries or something. But generally, who's got room for that?
He'll be dropping his Patreon sub and no longer listening to this podcast after those answers.
I'm gonna send them a box of steakums.
Oh, so gross.
They'll stay good through the
Frozen
apocalypse.
shaved steak.
I'm pretty sure. So you can put it next to the Twinkies, and 20 years from now, when you come out of the ash and soot and all the stuff from the apocalypse, you'll be like, "Damn, good thing Risky sent me that shaved steak, those steakums, and the Twinkies."
And I'll still have noon, so we're good.
I'll have so much energy to get me through the day. All right. This next one comes in from Sir Moxalot. How much have you spent on the Steam summer sale? Chocolate, I'll start with you first because you'll have the quickest answer. Big old fat 0. All right. Saw that one coming. Moose, you said you're not even dabbling because you're
I
scared.
haven't- Yep, exactly. I haven't even looked because I'm in another Discord and they have a literal Steam channel.
Uh-oh.
And I just was like, I'm gonna go ahead and mute this until like August.
Steer and clear this one, boys.
Because I've already spent way too much money on all sorts of stuff this year, so I don't need to be buying computer games. Like, dude, I bought The Division 2 for $3, and that's all I've done with it so far. So
I make purchases like that all the time. Hey, it's on sale, and I bet you I'll play it someday.
exactly, that's what our whole Switch library is full of.
Just thinking that, like, I'll have time someday when other games aren't coming out for some reason. Like, it's just not going to happen.
Right.
We're suckers. Well, hey, you ready for another answer that's going to make you angry?
I want to hear it.
All right, I bought DayZ on PC. 40% off. What a deal.
You're the worst.
I also picked up Doom Eternal, finally.
Yes.
That's 50% off right now. We had talked about picking it up for a while, so finally pulled the trigger on that one. So
I look forward to playing it on my computer.
it's going to be dope, hopefully.
Yeah, as long as my 1060 will run it.
I'm sure it'll run it. It'll just be at what
It'd be
quality?
Pixelated. Yeah.
We're getting 7 frames per second and 720p.
Like Doom 64.
Let's go. I thought this was an upgrade. What? Yeah, I haven't even scratched the surface. I literally went hunting for those two games. I have not gone browsing yet, so ask me again in a week and we'll see where we're at. Yeah.
I'm holding strong so far.
Good. I'll just start sending you links. Like,
Jesus,
hey, Moose,
dude.
this looks
have,
interesting.
I have Xbox credit and eShop credit. That's what I told you last time.
That's
you tried
true.
to do this to me.
I just got to find it on the right platform. Fair enough.
Exactly.
All right, good question. Hopefully the answer will just be the same and not have changed for any of us come next week.
Right.
0, yes. Chocolate, we know. I don't even think your computer has a graphics card in it.
Yeah, well,
so.
you spend all that money on that computer, and does it even play games?
I don't think so.
All right, so this next one comes in from Chestar. This isn't even a question.
Nope, it's a statement.
The Minecraft update and why have... Oh, I guess there was a question. And why have they removed duplication glitches?
I'm not a Minecraft, so I'm going to defer.
It's probably means I have to-
Cheating?
Well, okay, so first of all, if there was a duplication glitch, which I was not aware of, let's just say that ruins all video games, and I've done it multiple times in games, and it doesn't make the games more fun in the end. It takes away any reason to be playing the game, essentially. So probably a good thing if they removed any type of duplication glitch. Correct?
So there used to be things that people would make called duplicators. Is that what that was? It was just a glitch?
I would assume so. It's probably other pieces of something that are meant for other things, but when you put them together in a weird way, it would duplicate stuff, I guess.
Gotcha.
I feel Walker would be the king of this, and I'm wondering if he's typing anything to help us out.
Well, let me tell you. That's his voice, in case anybody was wondering.
He has a southern accent.
Oh, my
He's
bad.
been on
He's from,
podcasts.
he's from Kentucky.
Dude. Nope, he's not Minecraft either. They use achievement worlds.
Oh, that's hilarious. In the update he's talking about, they had a big like Nether update, which is like the place that you would go to if you hopped through a portal. It's pretty much like a hell world, I guess, is the only thing I can really equate it to. You would make a portal and then you would go to that type of area. They made it now, as far as I know, so you can inhabit that world a little more, I guess. So you can actually like build a house and do all that kind of stuff.
You can live in hell.
I guess.
Perfect.
Might as well stop playing
That's what
games.
everybody just strives to do, right?
There you go. Rocker said it's literally called the Nether. So the Nether update just lets you
Play under the ground.
I don't know. I should have looked this one up. I just knew that there was an update. Yeah, check it out. There wasn't a question about the update, just about why was the duplication thing removed, and
Yeah. Well, our answer is, I don't know.
our answer is it ruined Forza for me by cheating and duplicating
I
loot
was going to
crates.
say, Forza 4 brings back memories, huh?
Oh, what was
Horizon
what's
4?
Prey? It ruined Prey for me. There was to be fair, I still finished Prey and loved that game, but there was a duplication glitch in that where I had like every power and every upgrade for everything within like 2 hours of figuring out about the glitch. Like, and it takes away from like exploring in games and that. But Minecraft kind of seems like it's a different beast. Like there's a literal creative mode where you can have infinite numbers of anything. So maybe just play creative mode if you miss your duplication glitch, I guess.
I don't. Or play like games that adults play. I don't know.
That's unfair.
I'm kidding. It's a joke.
And if he had his camera on, he'd be looking at it going,
Yeah, about that. My phone went dead, so there's
Oh.
no more camera. Yeah, I was like, I looked at it and I was like, "What's going on?" And it just had a red battery on it. I was
Well,
like,
I
"Oh."
appreciate you not leaving the Zoom call, because then my name just
I
takes
know
up
it does. Your full name.
my full name just takes up your box because I don't know how to work OBS. So thanks for sticking with this frozen still of yourself for the past hour. I appreciate it.
110 episodes in, we're still figuring stuff out.
Hey, 9 episodes of a live video podcast. We'll get there, folks.
I know.
We're making upgrades every day.
We're polishing over here,
One step forward, 2 steps back. That's how we roll here at Cross Atlantic
but
Gaming.
it's still a dance, baby. It's still a dance.
Boom. Last question comes in from Lidonian. We kind of talked about it earlier, but what in the world happened to Dr. Disrespect?
I don't know. It will come out though, for sure.
I think that was the issue.
Because I know there was somebody tweeting that they know there's like one of 3 people that know what's going on, but this person was not going to say anything at this point in time. So
That's what I keep seeing. It's like
cryptic stuff.
in any other scenario, there's just so many people willing to leak like everything anonymously, and it's just this one. Literally, no one is coming out and leaking it. So that's why I just want to know. What if it's all just one giant publicity stunt?
That's how they go.
Oh, wow. That could be.
Could be.
He'd be the face of the new Brian.
Something, dude. I don't. It's a great question, Ladonian. Hopefully, we cover it for you next week. And if we don't cover it next week, then
Maybe never. We'll just sweep it under the rug and nothing ever happened.
check Facebook Gaming. Maybe he'll be there or something.
There you go.
I don't know. Maybe he's quitting. Weren't they talking about giving him a TV show a while ago? Maybe he's doing that. I don't know. He's probably not doing that.
I hope not. Don't give that guy any more airtime.
Hey, gotta love the doc.
I
Back
love
to back.
disrespect.
The 2-time. All right, that's the questions. Thanks everybody for sending those in. Our mailbag episodes are at the end of each and every month. We have a channel in Discord where you can post questions. Also, feel free to reach out on Twitter or wherever else you need to get a hold of us, because that's where you can send your questions and that's where we'll answer them. And yep, that's how that works.
Nailed it.
I like just pausing sometimes and waiting to see who's not muted.
I was.
I heard.
Quick.
Me too.
All right, let's plug this thing up. streamerlinks.com/CAG podcast is going to be where you can find every single link to all these things that I'm about to tell you about. Discord, it's where we all hang out every day chatting about whatever. We have a sports section. We have a Game Pass Roulette section. We have the question section. We have all that fun stuff over there. Apple Podcast, if you are on iTunes or Apple Podcast, whatever. Change the stupid name. But if you're over there, you can leave us a review, give us some stars, and be on your merry way. All that helps us out with exposure, and that's what we're looking for.
In my opinion, whoever does that, it is like above and beyond, because I tried to do it from my wife's phone and I could not figure out how to do it from an Apple phone. So good on you if you can get that review done.
Let's say if you're on an Apple phone and you can't figure it out, uh-oh.
Yeah, it's probably user error, I'm sure.
Definitely easier. I can do it.
Chocolate can do it.
Country over here.
We also have our VIP episode coming up in 2 episodes. If you want to be a part of that, you can head on over to patreon.com/CAG podcast. If you become a patron there, you can get an entry into the drawing. Also, twitch.tv/Cross Atlantic Gaming. If you're subbed there, you also get an entry. And if you're in both places, it's the buy 2, get 1 free special. And you can get an extra entry for being there. And then, obviously, we always want to shout out our top-tier contributors on Patreon. Chaotic, just for the year 4,895,000 million.
Appreciate you, as always.
Appreciate
Thank
you.
you, sir.
You the man. What else we have? We have all sorts of stuff. Socials. CAG Podcast. That's Twitter and Instagram. Hit us up there. And if you need to reach out via email for anything, cagpodcast@gmail.com. If you want to find me, I am at Risky the Kid everywhere. Chocolate.
At Chocolate80 everywhere.
And Moose.
Moosenstein 8314, all places.
Alrighty. Thank you, everyone, for tuning into this week's episode of Cross Atlantic Gaming. We'll catch you guys next week for an all-new episode. Goodbye.
Peace.
See ya.
Who's got the dad jokes?
Well, before that, are you guys looking forward to this weekend?
What's this weekend?
It's my 4 favorite F words: food,
Oh, God.
family, fireworks, and 4th of July.
Oh.
All right. Well, I'm glad that's where that went.
Speaking of that, how come there's no knock-knock joke about America?
I don't know.
Because freedom rings, bruh.
That's bad.
I know.
But, like, good bad.
Why did the duck say bang?
I don't know.
Because he was a firecracker. That's all I got.
Where did our first president keep his mice?
Where?
Mount Vermin.
Oh, nice. Good one. Chocolate has no idea what that means.
I've got no idea at all.
George Washington retired at Mount Vernon.
Okay. Good for him.
Yeah.
How's he doing? Is he okay?
I believe he's dead.
Is he?
Oh.
Is he okay? Well, he's on the quarter.
Yeah.
That's about it.
Okay. My wife's really mad at the fact that I have no sense of direction. So I packed up my stuff and right.
Yeah, didn't you read that one like 2 weeks ago?
Maybe, who knows?
Pretty sure you did. Start the list over again, Barrett.
God damn it.
Find a new website.
Possibly. I've got a French fry joke, but that's terrible too.
All right. What do you eat on July 5th?
Leftover hot dogs.
Independence Day old pizza.
Oh, God. All right. Great.
Yep, that's it. That's all we got this week. Sorry, guys.
We'll do better next week.
Maybe.
We'll try our best. Recording is done. Chocolate, I remembered to add an end card, which I'll throw up. Does it matter if there's audio at the end of it? There probably does. You probably would
No,
like...
no.
It doesn't?
You got 7 minutes, dude.
6 minutes.
Oh crap! 6 minutes.
The end card is like 10 seconds long, so it's not a big deal.
Just in time.
Well, hey, thanks Twitchers for
Yeah.
showing up.
People that just hung out the whole time too. Appreciate you. Probably had plenty better things to do.
Sounds like you need to find some better things to do with your free time.
So,
Yeah.
cool story. Press the wrong button.
Free time. Wait, what?
I just muted myself out of the chat. Literally closed down my chat box.
Joined our room.
See you later.
Okay.
All right, I'm off. You guys have a good time.
Bye, guys.
Take
My
care.
goodness.
Thanks, Twitchland. Love you.
Shall I press stop?